I know we've all been there, feeling terrified of how people might see you, feeling embarrassed at the gym, nervous to speak up, afraid to share your true self. The fear of being seen is one of the biggest barriers to confidence and growth. But today, I'll help you understand it and hopefully overcome it. Right now, you can see today's chapters, everything I want to cover in this video. Let's begin with unconditional love. We have all experienced all of those feelings of shame and embarrassment, but the problem is, unfortunately, we often attach our self-worth to the way other people see us and to the things that we create. The result is we fear that we will be criticized or even rejected. Because we feel this shame, this embarrassment, we shy away from putting ourselves out there, from presenting our work, from expressing our emotions, from trying something new. And the thing is, shame is triggered by our perception of what others think of us. As social animals, we're wired to seek company of others. We want to belong to a group because it has always been crucial to our survival. And behind all of these feelings of shame and embarrassment, we have something very interesting. What we have is, we unfortunately often believe that we're just not worthy of love, connection, and belonging that we so need to survive. But I really want to remind you guys that in those moments when you feel self-conscious, when you feel shame, when you feel embarrassed, it just means that whatever it is you're doing, it has true meaning to you. And so please do not let this fear consume you so that you're not able to do the thing that you're set out to do. And that is why it is so important to develop this sense of unconditional worthiness. I'm worthy because I am. I love myself unconditionally, just because. And that will help you be courageous when it comes to taking a chance in those situations when you're gonna be seen, when there are gonna be a lot of people around you, and when you might feel a little self-conscious. Now let's move on to being vulnerable. In reality, a lot of us experience this fear of being seen. It's a natural response to being vulnerable, to being human. But the thing is, if you ask people what they think about vulnerability, what they think about this word, being vulnerable, vulnerability, a lot of them are gonna say, I'm not sure it's a positive thing. Like, maybe it has some negative things attached to it. But vulnerability is neither good or bad. Being vulnerable just means that you have the capacity to experience emotions. And when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, it shows strength and courage, not weakness. There's a very interesting phenomenon in psychology connected to vulnerability. It's called the pratfall effect. You know, when you make a small mistake and then you show vulnerability, you actually tell people that, oh my God, I just made a mistake, I'm really sorry about that, or maybe you laugh it off. People can actually relate to you more and you become more likable. Let's say you have a presentation and you feel very worried, self-conscious. What you can say is just tell everyone, guys, I feel worried. I feel a little bit self-conscious. My hands are sweating. I'm really sorry about that. Let me just drink some water and then I'm gonna start. That act will make others empathize with you rather than judge you. We've all been there. Public speaking is scary. And so when you tell people how you feel, when you express vulnerability, that can actually reduce your fear of being seen, because it shows that imperfection often leads to connection, and we're all imperfect. When I first started going to the gym and working out, I was constantly worried of how other people saw me, whether I was doing all the exercises right or whether people were judging my form. I understand it. It's so easy to feel self-conscious when you're trying something new, but the most important thing is to not make this fear hold you back. That is why I'm excited to share today's sponsor, trainwell, an app designed to give you a personalized workout plan based on your unique goals. With trainwell, you can train at home, at the gym, or while traveling without the pressure of feeling watched or judged. The app connects you with a certified personal trainer who creates a custom workout plan tailored to your schedule, fitness level, and preferences. What I love about trainwell is that you're not just getting pre-made workouts. You're getting a program specifically made for you and adjusted weekly based on your progress. This helped me so much achieve my fitness goals because one of my goals has always been building strength at the gym, because I also do yoga, I do bouldering, and having strength, like building muscle, has always been extremely important to me. One of my favorite features is the direct messaging with my coach. Whenever I have questions or need advice, I can simply message them through the app. Plus, the workouts include video demonstrations of each exercise, so you never have to worry about doing things wrong. And if you're a busy person like me, trainwell takes the stress out of planning workouts, making it easy easy to stay consistent and focused on your fitness goals. So if you want to build a fitness routine too, please give Trainwell a try. You can use my link in the description to sign up and get 14 days free. Believe me, it's just so empowering to work out on your own terms with expert guidance from a coach by your side. Now let's move on to talking about the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is a very interesting psychological phenomenon where most people tend to overestimate how much other people are actually noticing them, paying attention to them, judging them, thinking about them. In other words, we often feel like we're in the spotlight, that all everyone is doing is judging our behavior and our appearance, when in reality most people are focused on themselves and they're not paying as much attention to you as you might think. The thing is, the reason why we exaggerate the attention that other people give us is because of our own self-consciousness. We feel self-conscious about something that is going on in our lives right now, something that is connected to our appearance, I don't know, our behavior, and that's exactly why we think that everyone else is looking at us right now, at our specific insecurities, at the specific things that make us self-conscious. Imagine you spill coffee on your shirt and then you walk into your meeting or your class. You feel self-conscious, you're convinced that everyone is staring at your stain and everyone is judging you. Like, she didn't wash her t-shirt, how could she? Or he didn't wash his t-shirt, how could he? Throughout the whole meeting or the whole class, you feel embarrassed and distracted because you're sure that your stain is all everyone can think about. However, in reality, people didn't even notice your stain, or if they did, they only gave it a passing thought. They were more likely focused on the meeting, on the class, or their own concerns. And so instead of overestimating and thinking about other people and falling victim to this spotlight effect, maybe you can try the pratfall effect and actually, walk into the class, walk into the meeting and tell people, guys, can you believe it? I just spilled coffee on my shirt. Try being vulnerable. And I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my God, it happened to me yesterday, literally yesterday. I felt so self-conscious because I was thinking that everyone was gonna notice it, but your comment right now made me feel so much better. Vulnerability builds connection, and the more you think that you're in the spotlight, the further away from all the other people you get. Now I want to share my story, how I experienced this spotlight effect or the fear of being seen when I decided to start my YouTube channels. I'm originally from Russia, so English isn't my native language, but I knew that I always wanted to make videos in English specifically. And so at the beginning, I felt very self-conscious that all the people who I knew at my high school, at my university, were gonna watch my videos, were gonna laugh at me, were gonna say, oh my God, she's an influencer now. I didn't want to feel that way, And so I had to make a choice, right? I could not risk it, not risk feeling self-conscious and just not start my YouTube channel, even though it was literally my dream. Or I could try filming videos, start my YouTube channel, being vulnerable by talking to other creators and how they feel, and then eventually achieve my dream. And I'm not gonna tell you guys that, no one from my high school or no one from my university even watched my YouTube videos, because that is actually not true. There were some people who reached out to me from my university, from my high school, and told me, oh my God, Veronika, you have a YouTube channel now, congrats. And I'm sure there were people who laughed at me, but instead of focusing on them, I focused on me, on my life and my goals. And yeah, I think it's very important to mention all the benefits of being seen in this video. First of all, when you allow yourself to be seen as you truly are, you build meaningful connections with other people because you show your vulnerabilities, and people who can relate to you are going to gravitate towards you. They're going to want to hang out with you, and you can become great friends. In general, people are a lot more likely to trust someone who is open, who is relatable, and who is vulnerable. And obviously, professionally speaking, there are going to be so many doors opened for you just because you allow yourself to be seen. You're not afraid anymore. You will reach your goals faster. You will have a more meaningful life. And at the end of the day, you'll be able to call yourself a successful person. So the homework I want to give you today is going to be very interesting, and I really hope very useful. Choose one situation this week where you've been holding back due to fear of being seen. Maybe it's at work, at the gym, or even posting on social media. And do that thing you've been avoiding, and then reflect on how it felt. Were people really focused on you as much as you thought? Or were they distracted by their own lives and their own worries? It's probably going to be the the second thing. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For those of you who want to build a consistent fitness routine, give trainwell a try. You can use my link in the description and get 14 days free. If you want to learn how to stop being insecure and jealous, instead radiating this confidence, you can check out my video right here. Just click right here and keep on watching.